Good evening, I'm Swastika Manda from OdishaTV.in, bringing you today's news from Odisha. First, the headlines. The temple city of Bhubaneswar all decked up to celebrate its 67th birthday today. A special function and a parade held near the foundation stone of the city. Malkangiri Child Welfare Committee finds allegation of child's tale to be true. Efforts on to help the family with government welfare schemes. After returning safe from the war zones of Yemen, Odia workers recount their ordeal and thank central government for rescuing them. Prime Minister Narendra Modi presents Odia artist Bhaskar Mahapatra's painting as a gift to French President François Hollande during his trip. And cleared by false promise of hybrid seeds, Nuapada farmers now caught in the vicious cycle of distressed sale as acres of farmland yield abysmal produce. Now the details. The capital city of Bhubaneswar is decked up to celebrate its birthday today. The district administration has made elaborate arrangements to observe the 67th birth anniversary of the temple city in a grand way. A special function was organized near the foundation stone of the city in front of the Odisha Legislative Assembly in the morning, followed by a parade. Similarly, a number of cultural programs have been scheduled for the evening to mark the occasion. It was on this day in 1948 when the Prime Minister of India, late Jawaharlal Nehru, had laid the foundation stone of the city after it was planned by architect Otto Königsberger. The city emerged from the mountainous terrains with a few villages and councils with a population of just 50,000. In the meantime, 67 years have passed and a concrete jungle now defines the aura of the city. Flyovers now form the veins and arteries of the city, which has metamorphosed into metro from the humble beginnings of a small city 66 years ago. The state government has decided to constitute a state-level committee to procure pulses as the Federation of All Odisha Traders Association (FAOTA) continued its strike. The association has stopped importing pulses, wheat and wheat products, demanding waiver of 5% value-added tax and imposition of 1% entry tax. Food Supplies and Consumer Welfare Minister Sanjay Das Burma said the state government will prepare an action plan for next 2 months to meet the situation arising out of the ongoing strike. He said in the first phase the government would float tenders for procurement of 10,000 tonnes of pulses, which would be made available to people through 20,000 PDS outlets. In order to keep a check on hoarding and black marketing of pulses and wheat products, the minister said all district collectors have been directed to keep a tab on such activities, besides tightening enforcement measures. Though the traders' body decided yesterday to continue their protest, its general secretary said they are open to discussions with the state government over the issue.
सरकार कहते जीएसटी खूब शीघ्र आसो कि जीएसटी गोटे जेहेतु केंद्रीय आईन ये केतबले आसो कौटे आसो ता किसी स्थिरता ना तेणु सरकार को से अपेक्षा कर व्यवसायी मान धैर्य ना राज्यर काउंटिंग को आर्थिक बोझ नदी व्यवसायी संघ चाहे ना जो व्हीट एंड व्हीट प्रोडक्ट और पल्सेस जो इंपोर्ट बंद हो बंद बलवत्तर रमें
बर्तमान से स्टेप्स नौ प्रोक्योरमेंट स्टेट लेवल परचेज कमिटी गोटे गठन कर 2 मास प्रोक्योरमेंट करने सरकार गोटे एक्शन प्लान बर्तमान पर्यंत मार्केट स्टेबल अच्छी तथापि मार्केट उपरे तीक्ष्ण दृष्टि रखा समस्त जिलापाल मानू काली मु निर्देश देछि.
Meanwhile, the indefinite strike of the association has affected earnings of the daily labourers working in various wheat and pulse mills of the state. With the traders' body adamant on their demand, the workers are now facing a tough time in making both ends meet. The workers who have been working in the unorganized sector for years now have no option left but to wait for a change in the decision of the outfit. Let's hear what they have to say.
एमती उपास भी रहा पड़ो पानी पी बचा पड़ो कौन बेपारी आसुना जी आस चोकड़ नौ गोटे दीटा मध्यमा 10-20 टका भितर हो घर भड़ा रही पिला पाठ पढ़ुं सब बाकी करुमती 8-10 दिन चलो आम परिस्थिति बहुत खराब हो.
जगतपुर एरिया आज्ञा हजार हजार श्रमिक अच्छा अटाकल 3टा अटाकल चलुची डाली मिल भी 5-7टा खंड डाली मिल चली सब श्रमिक मैंने रोड पर बुलूँ देखिए एमती कंपानी आगे बसी आम समस्त भी हैरान हो खाया बिना एक आम कम ना आम चाहूँ कि तुरंत सरकार को समाधान करूँ कंपानी चालू आम परिवार केमती खुशी चलू.
The Child Welfare Committee CWC of Malkangiri has started probe into Alice child sale in Chittapalli 3 village of the district. The committee president said Sukura Muduli of Chittapalli 2 village under Kukunda block and his wife had handed over their son to Asha worker Parvati Pangi of nearby Chittapalli 3rd village in February this year. After getting information about the alleged selling of the 2-month-old baby boy to the Asha worker in exchange of Rs 1,000, District Collector D. Prashant Kumar Reddy had directed the CWC to probe the matter. During the investigation, it was also found that the poor couple has not been covered under any of the poverty alleviation schemes of the government. While deposing before the committee, Sukura admitted that he had handed over his son to the Asha worker as he was not able to make both ends meet. Pangi had given him Rs 1,000 to purchase medicine for his wife and 50 kg of rice. The CWC chief said, efforts are being made to provide the couple a house under Indira Awas Yojana and cover the family under BPL and other schemes.
ताको तो पैसा पतर नाही कि चाउल किछि नाही बोली 1000 टका देछि आर ता मा बोल बाबरे रांदी करी खाओ बोली चाउल गोट बस्ता देलाकू से चाउल भी बिकी करी से मन मद पी देले
जेहेतु तांकर आर्थिक परिस्थिति भलो नाही खाइबा पीबा पई ता मार सेही समय रो शारीरिक परिस्थिति जहा तो से समय रे 1000 टका देछि आ गोटे बस्ता चाउल देछि तांकर खर्च बाच पई किंतु पिलाटा गोटे सेव करिया पई कि तो तार से रखणा बेखणा करिछि.
After being stranded in the war zones of Yemen for several days, 4 persons from Jagatsinghpur and Kendrapada district have returned safe to their villages. Away from the hostile environment of the civil war-torn country, the workers recounted their ordeal and explained how they had a providential escape from death. They expressed their gratitude to the central government and Union Minister of State for External Affairs, V.K. Singh, for having come to the aid of the stranded Indians. Recounting the days in Yemen, Muhammad Iftekhar Amir said, "We have got a new lease of life. I spent many sleepless nights following deafening sound of bombardment." Amir was employed as a pharmacy manager in a private firm and was based in Yemen's capital city of Sana'a. A resident of Ali in Kendrapada district, Amir had migrated to Sana'a in 2006 and was leading a contented life with Rs 60,000 salary per month. But things went awry last month when a civil war broke out in the country. Things got worse towards the second week of March. Another worker from Jagatsinghpur, Muhammad Ali, said, "Yemen was a nice place to live before the civil war erupted. I was working in a starred hotel in Sana'a. I was paid handsomely and the employers were worker-friendly. I still hope to return to Yemen once the situation improves there." Sheikh Tahis from Jajpur district recalled, "As trouble started, I decided to leave Yemen. My employer in Hudaydah port city was generous. The Indian embassy was informed. I flew back to India on March 4th after government intervention."
प्रबल जोर से बमिंग हुए आ जते बेले रिबेल्स जो था आंटी मिसाइल मारती से कोठी केते बेले पड़ो तार किसी नहीं पूरा जो आकाशटा जमी आम दिवाली हुए नहीं सेमती पूरा सबू आगर बमिंग आरंभ हो जाए.
मुझे भगवान डाकुली केमती फेर बोली भगवान आनीदेला से आम इंडिया मंत्री भी देखा तार विमान आसले से.
Odia artist Bhaskar Mahapatra's painting titled Tree of Life was presented as a gift to French President François Hollande by Prime Minister Narendra Modi during his trip to that country. As per statement issued by the PMO, the tree, as a divine gift central to human life, is a recurring element in Indian artistic practice. The Tree of Life, with multiple roots and branches like a banyan tree, is a motif for a tree's benevolence, fruit, seeds, shelter, healing, procreation and regeneration faculties that sustain life and clean environment. Mahapatra has been practicing the art form for last 30 years along with his family and works from his home in Raghurajpur village. He has also been honoured by Lalit Kala Academy for his illustrious work. Concerned over the death of 3 women in cesarean section in the state-run VSS Medical College and Hospital at Burla, the state government has formed a high-level committee which is probing the incident. The 5-member panel headed by Medical Education and Training Director B.C. Das visited the hospital and discussed with its director Sunamali Bagh and other senior doctors. They also visited the operation theatre and the ward where the women were lost after the surgery. Sources said the panel is likely to submit its report to the state government within 2 days. The deceased were identified as Sulochana Pradhan, 26, of Belpahar in Jharsuguda district, Kalpana Mahakur, 27, of Banj Bahali in Bargarh district, and Kasturi Seth, 25, of Sail Khandata in Bargarh district. Hospital sources said while babies delivered by 2 of the 3 women are fine, the baby girl delivered by one of the deceased died yesterday. Meanwhile, angry over the incident, family members of the deceased demonstrated at the hospital yesterday, demanding action against those responsible for the mishap and compensation of at least rupees 10 lakh each to their families.
आम रेकर्ड गुड़िक सब देखलु पेसेंट कौ अवस्था आसला पेसेंट पूर्वर कौन रोग थिला से डेलीवरी अवस्था तार कौन कंडीशन थिला डेलीवरी सीएस तार है सीएस कौ अवस्था तार सीएस है पेसेंट कहीं टॉयलेट कर पारानी से सब जगह आम अनुधान करें कही पारे आम पूरा अनुधान कर सारा किसी उपनीत आम
All roads led to Gadakuntunia village on the outskirts of Bhubaneswar since past 2 days as hundreds of devotees thronged the village to have a glimpse of Lord Sudarshan's Daru. The place is filled with devotional chants and songs. Rituals are being performed at the place where the Daru has been traced. At Deolimat in Kakatpur, servitors, Shrotriya Brahmins and Bishwabasu have started their preparations to reach the Gadakuntunia village tomorrow. Afterwards, yagya will be performed for 2 days before felling the tree for the making of idol. Meanwhile, necessary steps have been taken by the district administration and police to protect the Daru and manage the crowd at the spot. Barricades were erected around the Margo tree and devotees are having a glimpse of the holy tree at a considerable distance. Public Health Department has made arrangements to provide drinking water to the visitors.
आज प्राय आमर यही कार्य सर बोली राति सुधा यज्ञ मंडप सर एवं काली दिन को भी बर्तमान आमर भाई मैंने सब जो दैत्यपति भाई मैंने सब आसिक रे तार व्यवस्था भी सब कर आसिक रे परदिन ठारू आमर मुख्य अकुरार्पण कार्य आरंभ हो अकुरार्पण कार्य बर्तमान 108 गरा जल लगे एवं वस्त्र भी परिधान करेंगे माला भी परिधान करेंगे तापर आज्ञामाल दिज्व पुरी आसीथिबा आज्ञामाल सुदर्शन ठारू बर्तमान एथिरे बर्तमान आज्ञामाल दिज्व अकुरार्पण देले से वरण हेबे वरण होला परे सही परदिन राति आम यज्ञ घर भितर जहाँ प्रस्तुति मंडल एवं कलश वगैरह सब प्रस्तुति करा से राति प्रस्तुत हो रही परदिन अर्थात 16 तारिख दिन सका यज्ञ व्यवस्था करा यज्ञ से दिन ही आरंभ हम सका आरंभ हो 17 तारिख दिन पूर्णाहुति हम.
Initially lured by the promise of better produce from hybrid seeds, the onion farmers of Nuapara village are now facing the prospects of crop failure. Trapped by the false promise of hybrid seeds, farmers are now caught in the vicious cycle of distress sale as acres of farmland are yielding abysmal produce. In Nuapara district, around 845 hectares of farmland have been put under onion cultivation. Apart from the seeds supplied by the horticulture department, the farmers also use hybrid seeds purchased from the open markets. However, these hybrid seeds have failed to yield desired output as the luscious looking onion plantations from the outside are proving to be complete duds when cultivated. Due to lack of size, the onions are not fetching enough returns for farmers. The traders are also unwilling to procure onions at rupees 10 per kg from farmers, and without proper storage facilities, farmers are now staring at the prospect of distress sale to sustain their livelihood.
2 केजी रोपी थी सब मंगा पुटी देला आर तो सब नुकसानी गला ना गया बिहान भूति भी बार बार भीड़ है
से बिहान अन्नु जे गदा हला जे उइल मंगा फटला है सेटा 10 टका बिक्री है हिचे संडा बाहरिया कथा जोड़ा कहउचंती बोधे लोक आ कोठू को सोर्स रु आनिथे शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन वैरायटी हेथिवो जेतु शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन वैरायटी शीघ्र संडा बाहरी आछि ओनियन स्टोरेज स्ट्रक्चर सब एनएचएम तरफ रु दबार व्यवस्था अछि कमिंग ईयर मान करे सब सेटा करले और हमर जो अभाव बिक्री समस्याटा चेक हे जिवो.
Before wrapping up the headlines once again, the temple city of Bhubaneswar all decked up to celebrate its 67th birthday today. A special function and a parade held near the foundation stone of the city. Malkangiri Child Welfare Committee finds allegation of child sale to be true. Efforts on to help the family with government welfare schemes. After returning safe from the war zones of Yemen, Odia workers recount their ordeal and thank central government for rescuing them. Prime Minister Narendra Modi presents Odia artist Bhaskar Mahapatra's painting as a gift to French President François Hollande during his trip. And lured by false promise of hybrid seeds, Nuapara farmers now caught in the vicious cycle of distress sale as acres of farmland yield abysmal produce. Thank you for watching. Good night.